Mr. Akhtar, you want to speak?
Yes.
Good evening, and thank you for this opportunity to speak to you all. I'm here to talk about the school committee's request for additional funding up to $600K that was referred to this subcommittee last night by the complete council. And so let me just start. I've gathered some facts here, and I'd like to present them, and I'm sure you all know that. But for the record, if you will, Dr. Tremblay proposed a 5.66% increase in the school budget, which is equal to $140 million, the total budget. And the mayor, in negotiations with the school administration, proposed a budget of 3.65% increase, which was $137,873,000. Now, during the negotiations, it is what I have as a piece of information is that the school committee's or the school district's financial director, Mr. Lincoln Lynch, proposed that in order to go forward with the negotiations, a 3.66% budget was the number that he was proposing. Well, based on that, with all the discussions that were going on in the school committee, Mr. Wegland, who's the District 3 school committee member, proposed a compromise of 4.57% equal to $850,000, which takes the budget to $139 million, and that was what the school committee approved. Now, on April 30th, the City Council adopted this home rule resolution that can increase the school budget in accordance with Proposition 2.5. And on the same day, not on the same day, on May 14th, the school committee was made aware of the fact that they will be receiving an additional $700,000 from the state, because the state now has a $900+ million surplus. In spite of this additional funding available on 5/15, the school committee voted and made a request to the City Council for an additional funding of $600K. Now, just the availability of the $700K from the state will take their budget to almost 4.51%, which is 100% short of the $800,000 that they would have got. Now, in that discussion in the school committee, which I viewed on the television, the positions that the superintendent is going to fill with this additional funding are positions that in the original discussion were all taken out. I, having worked in corporate America for 40 years, in budget negotiations, the positions are taken out, which means those positions are not critical, or they're nice to have positions for that particular time. Now, with this additional funding that is being requested, in addition to the $700,000 that's going to come from the state, if the superintendent is going to refill these positions, that means they're filling positions that are non-critical to the mission. This is something that you folks, I would request the committee to look into that, okay? Now, even if they want to fill those positions, they can do that with the $700,000 that are coming from the state. And I do not see any justification that the council can use to fund this additional request for this $600,000, because the school department will receive an additional $700,000 from the state. One has to recognize, I've made some research here for the past 3 or 4 weeks, because I also work with another group in Sudbury, and using some of the knowledge that they.
Mr. Akhtar, I know you put a lot into this, but just with our rules, we allow 3 minutes. I'm going to let you go on, but you're at 5 minutes, so I just need you to head towards wrapping up, okay?
Just give me another minute.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, appreciate that. In this town, only about 40% of the households use the school department because of the children, okay? 60% of them do not use the services of the school department. However, 100% of the households use the services of the municipal departments. If this committee is considering cutting the budget of the school of the municipal department in order to fund the school department, the additional request of the school department, then I cannot see how that can be justified, because the municipal budget is only 2.2% increase, and their services are not adequately funded for many years till now. I mean, one can look at the public works budget or any other budget. Now, just in conclusion, Mr. Chair, I'd like to remind the council and the citizens of the city of Framingham, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, that the trajectory of the budget increases of the school department is unsustainable and is the greatest risk to the financial stability of this city. I urge you to consider all these facts in your deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you.